You've likely driven over them on a Jacksonville road. Potholes aren't just pesky, they can be pricey.
That's right, especially when they damage your car. Action News Jax Chandler Morgan tells us which roads in Jacksonville are racking up the most reports, giving you a rough ride.
It doesn't take long to find one. A pothole or a pavement problem on a Jacksonville road. We saw there's one right at the end of Judy Clayton Street.
And it just kept traumatizing me over and over again.
She lives in Jacksonville's Brentwood neighborhood near the intersection of Perry Street and Gulf Fair Boulevard.
And as I'm crossing the pedestrian walkway, I get halfway across the street and my chair goes over on its right side and I find myself going in a hole. My fear was I was going to get run over.
Action News Jax received several emails from people complaining about the potholes along New Berlin Road. When I requested pothole data from the city of Jacksonville, it shows since January of 2023, Collins and New Berlin roads both topped the list for the most reported potholes. Old Middleburg Road, Park Street, and Old St. Augustine Road rounded out the top 5. That data also shows the status of pothole reports, listing them as canceled, in progress, or closed. Of those top 5 roads, roughly 2 in 5 pothole reports ended up canceled.
When it rains, the water settles and it sinks further and further.
We looked up Judy Street in that data. It shows at least 2 separate reports of potholes made to the city dating back to February 2023 at the corner of her street. Both of those reports were eventually closed. Judy says she got the runaround from different agencies when she tried to call to report her street issue.
I'm speaking to people and they're making me feel as though I am non-existent.
So Judy hired a lawyer with Farah Farah.
I was at a dead end.
Eddie Farah says, similar to Judy's case,
because the city obviously knew about it because they repaired it. They just did an inadequate or improper repair.
Eddie suggests always reporting potholes to the city or agency responsible.
If other people didn't complain, it's going to be difficult to prove the city knew or should have known about it.
According to that city data, the average turnaround time from when a report was received to its closure was about 2 weeks. But we found several reports that took over 250 days. This pothole report on Beauclair Wood Lane North took almost a year to close out.
More than just the physical people who are injured, there's also the property damage. Because, cars get damaged by these pothole problems.
We requested documents from the city of Jacksonville's Public Works. Those show since 2023 through fall of 2025, the city has spent over $2.2 million on potholes. When it comes to claims, in that same time frame, the city of Jacksonville paid out nearly $250,000. In one of those claims, someone was paid $130,000 due to bodily injury.
The city should look at it from a financial perspective. If we can repair the potholes, people won't get hurt and we don't pay out these big settlements. And so if they look at it from an economic perspective, then I think they'll probably fix a lot of them.
As for Judy, when we visited her street to see the status of that pothole patchwork.
Did it finally ever get fixed?
The road it's not fixed, it's patched. You can drive by and you hear the clump, 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 clump. Never fixed, just a Band-Aid.
For local coverage, you can count on Chandler Morgan, Action News.